I have the recording going, Grandpa. So just to recap, will you just recap your recollections of Crotona Park and the Works Progress Administration work that you got to take advantage of?
Yes. Okay. So as I told you, I was about 7. I think it was that year, but it could have been the following year. I don't remember if I was 7 or 8. And in the summertime, the pool was open. I don't know if it was open during school days. It was probably only open up in July and August. And it opened, I guess, around 10 o'clock in the morning. But I don't remember going and spending the day there. So I probably went there in the afternoon, I'm assuming, because you didn't eat there. They had no eating facilities. And as I said, I would walk from my apartment, which was at 170th, and there were some very long blocks in between, including another block that didn't have a street number, minute walk or something like that. And my mother let me walk by myself, crossing a major Claremont Parkway was a major east-west intersection that cut through the park. And I walked up to the pool, and you got on line there, boys and girls. I think it was a dime, but that sounds like a lot of money for that time in 1936. But I don't remember. It might have been less, but I think it was a dime. And all I had with me was a bathing suit and a towel. And you went into this large room. The boys' room was open. You didn't have any privacy. And you changed your clothes. You put it into a little box, which you brought up to the attendant, and they put it on a shelf and gave you a tag, which you put around your wrist with the number of the box, so that when you came back, you would get your own box. And I went by myself. I didn't have any of my friends with me. I don't remember ever. And just played in the pool. I couldn't swim, but the water was, very shallow, and spent many a summer day at the pool.
That's great. How far was that walk again, Grandpa, from your apartment?
Well, I was on 170th Street. The end of the park there, which started when they tore through that park and separated it into 2 different parks for the Cross Bronx Expressway many years later. Right. And I think that street that they crossed was 175th, but the pool was south of it, so it could have been like between 174th and 175th Street, but it was more than 4 blocks because there was one big block that didn't have a number, St. Paul's Place, that was in between the numbered streets. But it was like a 10-minute walk, if I remember.
So that's in Crotona Park. And then so you started going the year it opened, Grandpa, 1936, it sounds like?
I'm not sure. It could have been 36. It could have been 37.
Right.
I don't remember.
Cool, Grandpa.
But I was a kid.
Thank you.
My mother let me go by myself. Today, you wouldn't. Nobody would do that.
Were there any other pools, Grandpa, that you would be able to go to before this, or did it really help, in the summer?
There were no other pools. That was a very, very big pool.
Do you have any other WPA memories, any art or posters or anything you remember?
Well, nothing like that.
That's
Nobody
cool.
in our area worked for the WPA because, nobody worked at that pool. My parents, they were involved with other, my father with his... And my Uncle Jack was too young to be working at that point. Mm-hmm. So there were no other males that would have been involved with WPA.
Right.
But I knew about WPA basically being brought up then, and in school we learned about the WPA.
That's
cool. Tennessee Valley, I think, Association or something.
Yeah.
They what do you call it? Water dams.
Yeah.
For electricity. Yeah.
Right.
That was infrastructure. Yeah, that was Roosevelt. He did all that. President Roosevelt.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, well, there was depression. Nobody had work.
Yeah.
So we were trying to, make work for these people. And if you were lucky, you got a job.
Yeah.
People had no work at all. It was terrible. But my father had, this little store, and we never wanted for anything.
Cool.
Not that we were rich or anything,
Right.
but at least we had an income.
Right. Thank you, Grandpa.